Hi guys, it's Michelle Moore from atraditionallifelived.com, and this is my vlog for October 6, 2009. And I'm really glad you guys have decided to join me today. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Defending the American Dream Summit that I went to this weekend in Washington, D.C., which was sponsored by Americans for Prosperity. Americans for Prosperity held a summit this year to help give grassroots activists more information and some training on ways that we can make a difference and how we can have more of an impact on all of the efforts that we are putting forth in our local communities. A couple of different things that they talked about. They talked about how to use the internet, why you should have a blog, why you should use Twitter and Facebook, using these tools to have better organizational skills and to empower your organization to have a larger impact, how to do proper investigative journalism, how to identify and then talk about and have an impact on emerging issues, and even gave some details as to what they felt like those emerging issues are. They also had several speakers come in. They had Laura Ingraham came in, and Newt Gingrich came in, and Jim DeMint gave a speech, and Howard Kane, and just the list just goes on and on and on. There were paper people there, and bloggers there, and a couple politicians were there, and just people who have really been having an impact on the conservative movement and the grassroots organization, and people who believe in what we're doing and what we're working for. Our need and ability to send a message to government saying we've had enough and we're not going to take it anymore. So, Americans for Prosperity and Right Online and American Majority and the Leadership Institute are all just trying to empower local grassroots leaders on what the tools are and how you can best utilize those tools, and then how you can pass that information on to other people in your organization so that they too can use these tools. As a member of many different grassroots organizations that are working right now against a lot of this government waste and too much control and too much size and stuff like that that's going on out there, I can tell you that, getting organized and having the proper tools in place is extremely important. We here in St. Louis have been very effective. I know our local Tea Party movement, of which I am just a supporting person, which I am thrilled every time I get to help them do something, has been very effective in using all of the tools that Americans for Prosperity was talking about. And we too have found that there just is no better way to organize. Another thing that they talked about was being very careful to make sure that you are in control of the message, that you don't let someone else that define the message, or that we don't let the message get lost in things that are just irrelevant and unimportant. Kind of goes back to, in my opinion, like even the name calling. Certainly I don't like being called names, but the fact of the matter is, let them call them, as I have said before, let them call me what they want to call me. It doesn't change my stance or my feeling. It doesn't change the fact that I'm going to continue to make some kind of an impact until government sits up and takes notice. So, and we can't let our message get lost in that. You can't let the message for smaller government get lost in being called a right-wing extremist. And you can't let the message for not having the government take over 1/6 of our economy and the healthcare system, and let the message get lost that you are a racist. I mean, that would mean that anyone who disagreed with me was a sexist because I am a woman, so you must hate women because you don't agree with everything I say. I mean, it's a false argument, and it's a straw man, and don't get lost in that. So that was a very important part of their message as well. Define the message, stick to the message, and forget about all the extraneous BS. We just don't need to worry about that. And then finally, just empowering you to use blogs, use Twitter, use Facebook. Anyone who follows me or knows me knows I am a heavy user of all of those things. And you guys need to get out there and use them too. They're going to be fantastic to not only help you get your message out, to get organized, and, for all of us to accomplish our goal. As we are much stronger than singularly, and we need to stick together and keep our message strong and keep getting it out. So I hope Americans for Prosperity will continue to offer summits like this. I'm sure they will. I know their spinoff organization, Right Online, also does some stuff throughout the year, and they're getting more and more chapters in every state all the time. And I would highly encourage anyone to take a look at that, because there's some very, very valuable training in there, especially for those of you who don't have previous experience or are maybe, you know, a little less comfortable using the internet, or you're not a big technology goddess like apparently I am. You know, get some training, get versed in using these things, and then you know what? Don't be afraid. You can email me at any time. My email is down here on the blog. You can certainly send me an email or leave me a comment, and I'm happy to help you in any way that I can, as are any of the leaders in the activist community. Not that I'm a leader, but you know, anyone who is, you know, everybody wants to help other people, because the goal is to get the message out. That's what we're trying to do. So you guys have a fantastic day, and if there's any questions that you have, feel free to email me or send a comment down my way, down there in the comments section, and I'll get back to you. And otherwise, I would strongly encourage you to check out Americans for Prosperity and Right Online for their training, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thanks a lot.